Hello there, this is Vinny and Pip's channel, Covenant of Promise. And today we're just going to be doing a quick one again. Pretty tired today, and we just had a day relaxing, to be fair, because we did want to do another one, but we just thought, we just do a quick one. And we opened up on Isaiah 1, which is pretty cool, so we're just going to go from there. So here we go. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, they're neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. So it's a disease that just can't be cured. And they haven't even tried to cure it because they love their sin. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Now it's quite funny because that sounds like my wife's dream house. A little lodge in a cottage with a garden of cucumbers. She starts laughing whenever I read that because it's quite funny, really, isn't it? I mean, she's like, oh, I'd live there. Oh, she likes juices and stuff, you know what I mean? So, likes juice and cucumbers. She does it every morning, makes cucumber juice. And yeah, each to their own, eh? That's quite nice, though. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our God. Yea, people of Gomorrah, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices? Unto me, saith the Lord, I am full of the burnt offerings of rams, and the fat-fed beast. I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of goats. When ye come, appear before me. Listen to what he's saying here, feasters. Who hath required this at your hand, to tread my courts? Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and the Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, those who say you're seeking the Father, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. Why are your hands full of blood? Because you don't teach the gospel. You're too busy walking around trying to do feasts, which he hates, apparently, according to the book that you carry around. Wash you, make you clean, put away evil of your doings from before mine eyes. So you're doing evil, yeah? Cease to do evil. This is what it says. Lean to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. That means tell them the covenant of promise. Tell them to go and do the royal law. Give them the gospel. It doesn't mean go, oh look, my calendar's right, I'm dead boss. It doesn't mean that. Come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Through your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. If she be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of Jehovah hath spoken it. How is the faithful city become an harlot? It was full of judgment. Righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Now, let's stop there. He's calling you murderers. He's saying that the blood is on your hands because you never preach the gospel to your own brother, and that is to love your brother like yourself. And to love the widow and protect the widow is to teach her the gospel, because she's got no man in the house. She's not just a widow. She's a widow from the father. She's not married to him. So she's a lost sheep. So you have to preach onto the lost. Instead of pointing at them and saying, I'm better than you. Look at how holy we are. Look at how many prophets are amongst us and all this bullshit. Just honestly, it's sickening to listen to. The silver is become dross, the wine mixed with water. Thy princes are rebellious, and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts, and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither do they cause the widow come unto them. Therefore saith Jehovah, the Lord of hosts, the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel. I will ease me of mine adversaries, and avenge me of mine enemies. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tin. I will restore the judges as at the first, and thy counsellors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake Jehovah shall be consumed, for they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen. For ye shall be as an oak whose leaf fadeth, and as a garden that hath no water, and the strong shall be as tow, and the maker of it as a spark, and they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, the two branches, which shall become one in the end, no choice in the matter. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Jehovah's house shall be established. North winds blow on to the mountain, blow from the north to the east, and blow upon to my mountain of myrrh. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Jehovah, to the house of Yah of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and he will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Jehovah from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, Jacob, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of Jehovah. House of Jacob. It's all over the book, isn't it? Funny that. Wonder who they are. Can't quite think. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land also is full of silver and gold. Neither is there any end of their treasures. Their land is so full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Their land is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers have made. Now that doesn't matter what that is. If you worship yourself, if you worship a calendar, if you worship anything other than the Father in heaven, then that's an idol. A calendar can be an idol. A little pot that you've got on the wall. A football player can be an idol. Yourself can be. Lovers of thine selves, he says you're going to be in the end. And that's what you're all doing. Full of your own pride and your own vain imaginings, and not worshipping the Father who created you. And he's a bit pissed about that, as you can apparently tell from the scripture. Their land is also full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands and not give it up to him. That which their own fingers have made. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not. Enter into the rock, hide thee from the dust, for fear of Jehovah, and for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all the pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. That day, the day of the marriage. And the thing is not talking to you guys who are not doing what he's asked you to do. You're doing the things that he hates, obviously, if you read the Bible, and you're not ready for the feast. I know what you're gonna go up to that door, and you're gonna put your hand on the handle to open the door, and you're gonna smell the frankincense upon the handle and the myrrh. It's gonna drip off the door, and you're gonna open it, and guess what? It's not gonna be there. Isn't that horrible? So why don't you start doing his work instead of doing your own vain imaginings? Right. And upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon the oaks of Bashan, and upon the high mountains, upon the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced field, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all the pleasant pitches, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. And the idols shall be utterly abolished, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for fear of Yahuwah, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of Yahuwah and for the glory of his majesty. When he ariseth to shake terribly the earth, cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of? His own breath, the words he spoke, what he did. For behold, Jehovah the Lord of hosts, or Yahuwah Sabaoth, doth take away from Jerusalem, from Judah, the stay of the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water, the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honourable man, and the counsellor and the cunning artificer, and the eloquent orator. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. So you think you're proud and you're prudent now? Ain't going to be like that forever. All you kings and queens and barristers and governors and judges. Jacob's going to stand before you with the gospel. It's going to be sent to you. And you're only going to get one last chance to make the right decision. And that's the way it's going to go down according to the book. And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, every one by his neighbour. The child, you see, they'll be like Amos, begging for the waters. They'll be begging for waters, for living waters, not this world. They still think, the people who are in the world now still, they still think this world's great. You know, going down to the cinema, the football match, this, that, the other. Like, he's telling you what the world, and you know what? They're going to be thirsty. There's going to be a drought in the land, Amos? There's going to be a huge drought, and people are going to be searching for the truth, and there is only one truth.
They will not find it.
They will not find it, because that's after when Jacob gets taken away. Jacob's not going to tell them no more. It's not going to, he says, shut up your mouth, stop giving the fruit, stop giving the corn and the wine no more. That's it, it's done. Judgment Day's happening, and they're going to be in big trouble. They're going to be in tribulation. So what can you do? You know, all you can do is warn them and tell them, warn them, tell them the right thing to do to get out of tribulation. It's hard to get anyone to listen these days, but there's going to come a day when they will. Just the Father's time is perfect. Don't you worry. Watch what happens. Second Exodus and all kinds of stuff's going to happen. We're all going to be shocked, you know. Even the ones who are red and the elect, we're going to be shocked too. We're all going to be shocked. It's going to be crazy, man. But behold, the Lord of hosts, that take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay of the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water, the mighty men and the men of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honourable man, and the counsellor and the cunning artificer, and the eloquent orator. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them, and the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbour. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honourable. When a man shall take hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, Thou hast clothing, be thou our ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. In that day shall we swear, saying, I will not be an healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not ruler over the people, for Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen. Judah is fallen, and Jerusalem is ruined, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke his eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not, woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit and their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. What did that just say? They let thy women rule over them and lead them to error, and destroy the way of thy paths. The Lord standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter into judgment with ancients of his people, and the princes thereof, for ye have eaten up the vineyard, and spoil of the poor is in your houses. So it's talking about the women that you let rule over you. And what's that done? It's spoiled your house. You're supposed to be a man. What mean ye that beat my people to pieces, and gird that face of the poor, saith the Lord of hosts? Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Very charming, eh? Therefore, Jehovah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Jehovah will discover their secret parts. It's going to make a mockery of them. It's going to show them their nakedness, their secret parts, in front of the whole congregation, you know. In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cowls and their round tires like the moon. All their wrinkles and all their round tires and the twinkling of their feet and their makeup on their eyes gone. Look at her. Look at her. She's a munter. There's a private part as well. Why? Look at her. It's all saggy and horrible. Stinks. Stinks like a fucking rabid squirrel. The chains of the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments, because it is ugly. You should talk about it like it's ugly. Ornaments and legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, you know, totally in love with themselves. And the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins and glasses and the fine linen. Oh, where does it end? And the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. What did I just say? Stinks like a rabid squirrel. It's going to be shown to be what it is by the Father. Those ugly, sinful, disgusting people who are just fleshly, who do those things and seduce men into ruining their house because of the twinkle of their ornaments. They're going to be brought low, just like the mighty man's going to be brought low, who does it by power and strength. It's the contrite spirit that he wants. It's not this controlling, horrible spirit. And he's going to make it stink exactly the way it should stink. The sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent. Yeah? And instead of a well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth. Yeah, mourn and lament. Have the girdle of somebody who's homeless and got nothing, and burning instead of beauty. Then thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. I'm just going to leave that one there. Yeah. So till next time, anyway.